Hello everyone, this is Professor Maloney, and today's video recording is going to demonstrate how to do the first Microsoft Word Module 1 project. Now, if you recall, projects are worth 32% of your final class grade in this summer term CGS 1060 class. I will demonstrate about half the steps in this particular video recording. As I mentioned in class a couple times, I do not help you with projects. So do not send me an email. Professor, my project, I did it perfect. I did it perfect, but it didn't give me all the best score. Or Professor, I couldn't do a theme color, or I couldn't do the right picture compression, or I couldn't do blah, blah, blah because whatever. No, if you are using the Office Pro Plus download that I told you you should do, whether you have a Mac or a Windows computer, okay, or for that matter, a Linux computer, just don't use a Chromebook. Chromebook doesn't want you to download anything. I mean, other than Google stuff. But in any event, so this will work perfectly. All right, you have to do the training to get ready for it. So I'm demonstrating Module 1 project. That means you do Module 1 training, maybe 2 or 3 times to get ready for it. Okay, but projects are the only thing that you actually work on your computer to do. And that's why you need to download Office 365 Pro Plus if you want to get the best grade. Okay. If you are using Office 2016 or Office 2013 or Office 2014, if it's a Mac and you're happy getting a 70 or a 75 or perhaps an 80, then that's fine. But I recommend that you use the software I told you to use. If you don't remember, watch my class overview video, watch my Cengage MindTap registration video where I may have mentioned it again, or just ask me questions during my office hour session after class. All right, so I'm going to go show you how to do this. So I'm going to go over here. I will share my screen. Okay, I will hide that. All right, so here I am sharing my screen. Yes, here I am. I'm recording. Yes, so that's all good. So now I am doing all that. All right. So I'm going to go over here now and go over to MindTap. Okay, so students start here. And I'm going to be in MindTap. Now remember, you cannot do this. Actually, by the time you watch this video, it will all be available. It's going to say until Thursday, May 12th at 12 a.m. in the morning. Right now it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, May 11th at 4:22 p.m. Anyway, so Word. And I'm going to Module 1 and Module 1 project. All right, okay. So projects are the most difficult thing in this class, as I mentioned. All right, so if you read this part at the beginning, all right, they want you to make sure you have the right version of Office. If you don't click that, it's not going to prevent you from doing the work, but you can click it if you want to. You get to submit this project 3 times. Because I haven't done it yet, I can do it up to 3 more times. Same with you. All right, so I'm going to click Start. All right, now when you click the Start button, so there's 3 areas, 3 sections that you have to, there are 3 parts to this. One is to download all the files you need. The second is to then save your work to SAM, meaning MindTap, and then upload that file for grading at MindTap. All right. So the first file here is just instructions. It's the one that's going to tell us what to do, right? What we have to do. Again, you need to do the training first. If you don't do the training, it'll be harder to do this job. This project. If you do the training once, it'll be hard to do. If you do it 5 or 6 times, it'll be much easier. Okay. But in any event, so this is just the instructions. The instructions includes a picture of what the final project should look like, which makes it easier because it's nice to have something to look at as you're working on the project. And I'll be demonstrating all this, okay? All right, so anyway, that's the instruction file. The next one is the most important file. It's called the Start file. It's an SC_WD19_1A_ first last name _1 and it's a Word file, so it's .docx. Okay, we have to save this file the same all the way, except it'll end in an _2, because when we upload it, they expect it to be the same name but ending in A2. Okay, and you do not save the file, by the way, with a .docx. If you're using Office on your computer, it knows a Word file is .docx, and it adds that for us. I'll talk about this again after a while. And then this is a support file. It's a PNG file. That means it's a portable network graphics file. It's just an image file. It's like a JPEG file. And in this case, it's a graduation cap that they want you to put onto this flyer or whatever it is we're doing. All right. Okay. So I'm going to download the instructions file. Just click it. It's downloaded. It's now over here in my downloads. I'm going to download the start file. It's over here in my downloads. I'm going to download the PNG file. It's over here. All right. Now, I'm going to, rather than just open the files, I want to go ahead and just show it to you where they are. If you have a Windows computer, I'm right-clicking the show in folder. They're going to be in your downloads. Okay. So just because I'm a professor and I've done this millions of times, mine have like an open and close 4 rather than nothing, open and close 3 rather than the _1. That just because over, like in the spring term, I did this for 2 other classes. So now this is now the 3rd class, and it just, everyone, it just adds another number because it's the same file name. But don't worry about that. All you have to do is download these 3 files. Yours will end in the first one's case, with 1A. Yours in the second one will be _1. In the last one, yours will be graduation. So you won't have the open and closes with those numbers. Okay, but that's okay. All right. So what I'm now going to do is open the instructions file. Okay. Well, let me close my other Word files. I'm working on some training. Let's see. Make sure I save this thing first. Save that. Okay. And here is more of my Canvas stuff, because we're moving to Canvas. All right, so I'm going to enable the editing by just clicking the Enable Editing button. And I'm going to want this to take up half my screen. So for me, what I'm going to do is just kind of click it and go boom to the left. And see, it takes up half my screen. Now, I'm going to get the other one. Well, there's 2 other ones, but anyway. So now I'm going to open up my WD, the actual start file. Okay, so open this one up. Now, this is the one you're going to be working on. So you definitely need to enable editing. Okay. And this is the one they want you to name _2. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to click the save button. Okay. Now let me do file save as. It's not Adobe, stupid. File save as. Okay. And now I'm going to put it in where I keep all my stuff for your class. So basically, it's just a Miami-Dade College folder I have on my desktop. So MDC, and it's summer 2022, and you guys are Homestead. And I'm going to put this in a course videos created by Professor Maloney, or I would, but this is a project, so it's not quite the video yet. So I'm just going to put these just where they are here. Okay, but watch what I do. So first of all, yours won't have the 3, so that doesn't matter. But this is what yours will look like. Remember I said you don't put the .docx because it's a Word document. But if you do not have Word on your computer, you can't do this. Okay, let me say that again. If you do not have Word on your computer, you cannot do this. All right, meaning you need Office. All right, assuming you do, you backspace at the end of it and change the 1 to a 2. So this is what your file name should be. SC_WD19 1A_ your first name, your last name _2. Okay, so I'm going to save mine that way. All right, so now that's saved. Now I want this to take up the other half of the screen, so I'm going to take this one and bang it to the right side. And when I open the other one again, they'll both be side by side now. Let me get this thing out of the way. Okay, see, so there's the way they are. But if you can't do that, don't worry about it. And you can also do it individually, by just taking one and just kind of grabbing it like this to make it wider or narrower or whatever. But it's more or less that. Okay, all right. So I have those two files. I want to also, though, show you the image file that they told us to download. So I'm going to show you that by opening that one up. I won't save this one, but I'll just open it up. I mean, it's already saved in my downloads. And that's it, okay? So I'm going to minimize that so I can show it to you again later if I need to. All right, now I have those things, all right? So the most important thing I've done thus far is to download the files and to save the start file. So I'm going to read the getting started portion. So open the file sc_wd19_1a_ first last name _1.docx. Even though mine doesn't have the .docx, okay, it is a Word document, so behind the scenes it has that. All right. So I opened that file, if you recall, and then I saved it as the same thing, sc_wd19_1a_ first last name. I changed mine to my first last name _2. Well, my first last name was already there, sorry, just like yours will be there. _1, I changed that to _2. I do not type .docx. And look right here. If you do not see the .docx file extension in the Save As dialog box, do not type it. The program will add the file extension for you automatically. If you save it with .docx, then your file is saved as sc_wd19_1a_ first last name _2 .docx. You'd have two .docx's, and that would be a bad file name, and you can only upload it if your file name is this. But again, where the first name is your first name, the last name is your last name based on the way you're registered at Miami-Dade College. Okay? All right. So I did that. And I also downloaded the ping file, that image file I told you about. All right. So now it says with the file, the new one now, the one that I saved with 2 still open. Okay. That's this file on the right side. This is the instructions file on the left side. So it's telling me to verify that my name is showing up. Your first and last name is displayed in the footer. Okay. So the footer on a Word document is what's on the bottom. This is the footer. It says this file created specifically for John Maloney. Yours will say this file created specifically for your first name and your last name. Now, here's where I always have to tell my students, I'm very certain that none of you would cheat. Okay, now I say that, but of course there's usually 1 or 2 people that would cheat, but I'm saying it, so listen to me carefully. I'm not accusing anyone of cheating. I'm saying I'm very certain that none of you will cheat. However, just to let you know what would happen if you did cheat. Anyone can sit here and go into the footer. You just double click. There, I'm in the footer. I can change this from John Maloney to John Rodriguez. Very easy to do that. Click away from the footer, and there it is. Oh, beautiful. If my name was John Rodriguez, I could give it to him for $5. Great. Okay, but if you did that, just to let you know, there is what's called an embedded encryption key. Embedded encryption key in this file that is not the name, but it's the student ID in your case, the employee ID in my case. So if John Rodriguez was a person in this class and I gave this to John Rodriguez and told John, hey, you make sure that it doesn't say John Maloney, you change the footer to John Rodriguez. Or perhaps I made the change for him and put it in as John Rodriguez, and he bought me a cup of coffee. And I said, wow, gee, that's cool, John. Here's my work. So anyway, point being, John Rodriguez won't match up with my employee ID. You might say, well, where's your employee ID? You don't see it. It's encrypted. Okay. Just like your student ID for you guys, it's encrypted, but it is in this document. I promise you. If you cheat, I know no one would, but if you did, you'll get a 0 and also know who gave it to you because their student ID would actually be in the file that you then submitted, and you'd both get a 0. All right? Okay. So that's the last thing here. You just verify that your name is there. It says if the footer does not display your name, delete the file and download it again. Okay? All right. Now, here's the project steps. Here's what you have to do. I'm going to count the steps first. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 steps. So I will do about 7, perhaps 7.5 or 8, because I want to get about a 50. If I get at least a 45 or a 50 or perhaps a 55, then I'm happy with what I've done, because I only want to show you about half the steps. I'm purposefully not going to do the whole thing for you, okay? And remember what I said in class as well, projects are independent assignments, meaning you can't say, Professor, I need help. I do not help you. I'll tell you, then you go over and go to your training and you do the training. And you'll say, yeah, but it didn't tell me how to insert a picture as follows. No, you have to do it. It's an independent assignment, okay? If you do the training, you'll be well equipped to figure out what to do. And by the way, there's only one project out of 3, and this is only for Word. Already in the next, for sure in less than a week, I'll be doing another project demonstration for Excel Module 1 project. And then a few weeks later, one on PowerPoint Module 1 project, okay? Anyway, so there's 15 steps. They'll all be worth somewhere between 7 and 10 points each, but some have like 3 steps. See, 15 says ABC. 14 and 13 and 12 and 11 all say AB, so there's 2 steps. 10, 9, 8, and 7 and 6 and 5 only have 1 step. 4 has 4 steps. 3 has 3, 2 has 1, and 1 has 2. But they're all worth the same, okay? I mean, well, they're worth the same, but they want 100 points for them. So 1 might be 7, 1 might be 8. 5 or 6 might be 7, 5 or 6 might be 8 is the point. Whatever number it takes, so that cumulatively you end up getting 100 if you get them all right. So in other words, 1 and 2 and 3, I know for sure are the same weight, just from having done this so many times, or similar ones, for other classes. So 1, there's 2 steps. 2, there's 1. 3, there's 3. But every one of those has the same number of points. And 4 is the same as well. Every one of them is a different number of steps, but every one is worth the same points. So obviously I would say 2 is easier than 4, just based on the steps, but that's not necessarily true. Okay, all right. Now, at the end of this document, down here is a picture, and this picture is what this thing here on the right, the one on the right is the one that is my start file, okay? This is the one I have to then format to make it look like this, based on following all those steps up above. So periodically, as you're doing your work, you should always check to see if whatever step you were on then looks like this on the left side, the instructions file, as opposed to on your file, okay? All right, so let's go up and do it. Oh, and so I'll make it a little bit bigger. I do that periodically like that if you wanna. So when I'm showing you something up close or trying to, I'll make the one on the left, the instructions, look bigger, and then I'll just basically go back off of that, because I want to maximize my screen space to the extent I can. All right, so project step 1. You work in the financial aid department of Avery University, and you are creating a flyer to advertise upcoming financial aid workshops. Begin by making the following changes to the document theme and the theme colors to match other documents from their financial aid department. So basically, they want me to change the document theme to Office. Okay, so on the right is the start file. This is the ribbon up here, and these are the tabs, okay? Now, to go to do something with, what did I just say? Theme colors, okay? I have to go to the right tab. For theme colors, the right tab is Design, okay? So I click Design and it's theme. You might say, I don't know that, Professor. Well, I'm sorry if you don't know it, right? You have to do the training, then you'll know it. So over here, well, plus you have to do it a bunch of times. You won't necessarily know anything, although some of you are very, very good in Microsoft Word, I'm sure you can do it easily, but either way. So I click the down arrow for themes, okay? They want me to change the document theme to Office. Well, here are all the themes. The very first one says Office, okay? Now, Office is the one they want me to pick, so I'm just gonna click it, okay? Now I click it, you may not have noticed anything, but it's different now. Now I'm gonna click the down arrow again just to show you that you can see that Office is selected. How do you know Office is selected? because it's got this bluish grayish kind of like fill color or back color now, right? See, I go away and you see it. So office is definitely selected. So I did that step. All right. So 1A is done. Now it says change the document theme colors. So the theme colors are also in themes in the design tab. Here is colors. And if I hover, you see it says theme colors. And they say change the document theme colors to red. So I do the down arrow, okay? And they want red. Well, I'm looking over here for things like red. Now you might say, what are all these variations of colors? Well, you just have to, at this point, do what they say. So this is red. But basically what it means is some headings, some fonts, some styles will use different portions of what they call red. Okay, so all you have to do is click it. So I'm clicking red. And again, to show you again that I got it right, I'll click the down arrow. And this will be hard to see, especially on my computer, but let me try to make it maybe a hair bigger. See if I can do that and go to colors again. And it may not have changed it any, but I'm going to be on red violet. And the one above red violet is red. Okay. And again, I'm on red violet on purpose, but you look at red and you're going to see a thin border, this thin border, like this is the end of that border and it's all the way around that rectangle. Okay. So if I'm down here or I'm just above it, they don't have that, but red does. So it's done. Okay. Hit your save button periodically. All right. So I did 1A, I did 1B. In my mind, they're right. Okay. Change the margins is step 2 to narrow. So margins is in the layout tab. Okay. Again, you do your training and it'll help you know, but otherwise you just figure out things and just click around looking for things. You can also Google things. Okay, so change the margins to narrow to fit more content on the page. All right, so well, let me make this go back to 100 so that it'll be, when I'm making changes, it'll be easier for you to see when I show you the picture on the bottom on the left side again. Remember, the picture is right down here. And right now, actually, there's already one thing. So when I change the theme colors to red, that top thing here, the top thing above the picture, that's the same color as this now. Okay, the others aren't, but that part is. Okay, anyway, so the next step was step 2, change the margins to narrow. So I'm on layout, here's margins, and if I click the down arrow, narrow is what I'm looking for. So this is normal, this is narrow, second one. So click narrow. Then click it again once. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hit the down arrow again, and you see again, now there's that bluish gray background around narrow, right? So narrow is selected. I already hit the save. I'll hit it again. Okay, so I've done 1 and 2. Again, I'm going to do about either 7 or 8. I want to get somewhere between 45 to 55 points to give you what I always try to give my students, which is about half of the first project. Okay, now we're doing some stuff with the picture. So step 3, make the picture of the students more eye-catching and suitable for the layout as follows. So first of all, to do something with a picture, you have to click on it. Like right now, I can't resize this picture. I can't apply this picture style. I can't apply this picture effect unless I click on the picture. So you see up here, there's nothing. Watch when I click the picture. Probably actually still don't see it because I'm gonna have to make this wider so you can kind of see what just happened. Okay. See, there's picture format now. Because you see these circles around the picture. Watch when I look up here where it says picture format. And now I'm going to deselect the picture. I'm just going to click away and you don't see the picture format anymore. See? So now I'm going to click it again. All right. So there's picture format. And because it's on, now I can do what they want me to do. So here they want me to resize the picture to a height of 2.5 inches. Okay. So I still need more room though. So let me move this over more. Where's my size? Oh, I'm not on it, sorry. No, I am on it now, but show full range. Why is my, come on. Size is still not there. That's weird. I may have to make it small. All right, let me just make it real small for now, see if that helps. Otherwise, I'll have to take the other thing away. No. All right, I'm going to make this full size. What is going on? Oh, well. All right, so on here, it's not this size over here, by the way. It's over here. And size is not showing up under format. Let's see. Picture. Oh, sorry, I got to pick my, I didn't click picture format. Okay, so, excuse me. So I got to click on picture format, then you see it, and now I can make it smaller. Sorry about that. All right, let's see how much smaller I can make it. Actually, let me just ram it again. Oops, now I got to do it again. All right, so size, they said 2.5 inches. So you can just click it and type 2.5. You don't even have to type the double quote, just enter. And when you change that one, it also changes the width, but you don't have to change the width. It's just done automatically. That's about halfway again. All right, so that's the size, 2.5, just verify, and then come over here, and that again is on height. If you hover, it says shape height. So that's right, okay? Now it's still selected. It's gonna tell me to now apply the center shadow rectangle, okay? So here's picture styles, and it's saying style, picture style. So here in the quick styles, I'm looking for center shadow rectangle. So I'm just going to hover. I'm looking for center shadow rectangle. Until I find it, of course. So you just do that. No, what's going on with that one? Okay. Center shadow right here. Center shadow rectangle, click it. So I've done that one, okay? So I did the size, I did center shadow. Now I have to apply a glow effect to the picture. Picture still selected. So your picture effects are in here, okay? Again, you won't know that, but you know, I mean, some of you will because you do a lot, but some of you have never seen this in your life. So you got to do the training. I mean, this is a hard class. Remember, you're in a 6-week mini term. And actually the last day to drop, I'm going to say is now yesterday because it's technically today the 6th. I mean, Wednesday the 11th, but you guys won't see me until Thursday the 12th. All right, so in here, I'm looking for glow 5-point brown. So here's glow 5-point brown, and I want accent color 6. So 5-point, okay, that's 5-point. This is 8-point. 18. Okay, so it's the top one is 5. So I'm going to go left to right. I'm looking for brown accent color 6. Brown, 4. Brown accent, okay, this one. So brown accent color 6. Click that one. Okay, so now I've done step 1, step 2, and step 3. They all had different numbers of steps. Okay, now I'm going to do number 4. Oh, I want to make this larger again. Sorry about that. This is, I know it's too small for that. All right. So now I've done steps 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So step 4, draw attention to the flyer's headline paragraph, financial aid workshops. So financial aid workshops is this thing here. So they want me to select it. So I'm just going to select that because they want me to do these things to it. That's why they put it in double quotes. So it means basically select it. So they want me to make the paragraph spacing before to 12 point. So for you to do paragraph spacing, you can click this paragraph down arrow, okay? And then this thing here is line and paragraph spacing. So I'm going to click it, okay? But I also, if I wanted to, could come over here and then I'll see it all at once. So I'm going to do it this way. Excuse me. So they said change the paragraph spacing before to 12 point. And here it says paragraph, okay? And I want spacing, which is here, before to 12 point. And so I click that, it's 6 point, click it again, it's 12 point. So I've done 4A. Now paragraph spacing after, that's right now is 0. They want it to 6 point. So for this one, I'll make it go up to 6. So 1 is 12 point, 1 is 6 point. Now change the case to uppercase. Well, you don't do the case here. So I'm going to say okay to that. So I've done the spacing, and you may not have noticed, but it made the space above it and below it more than they were before, okay? But I still want this selected. They want this now, all these words in uppercase, okay? So I'm going to go now to the font group, All right. And again, do this down arrow because I'm on a small screen on it. And excuse me, let's see here. No, I don't need it from there. I don't need it from there. I'm going to cancel there and make it wider again, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky this way for me. Okay, see how when I did that, it opened up some of these things here, and it also added more to my font group. So they want me to have my font for these 3 words in uppercase. Okay, so over here, if I just click my down arrows on the right ones, like this thing here, there's sentence case, lowercase, uppercase. So if I click uppercase, those 3 words will get capitalized. So uppercase, see, that's what they want. All right, so let me make this smaller again. A little smaller anyway. Okay. All right. So I can read both. So I did uppercase. I did the before as 12 point, the after spacing to 6 point. Now they want the font size to 28. Well, here's the font size right now. It's 24. Remember, all 3 words are still selected. So just click there and make it say 28. All right. Save that. All right. So I've done 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Now, let's see, again, move this. Oh, sorry. Now, I like to show you, right? So I want to make this thing here go down to show you what it looks like from that. So now you see the top looks more or less right. These are different sizes, though, based on me zooming in and out on some of them. But anyway, this is more or less the same. The picture is more or less the same. Financial aid workshops is more or less the same. So now I'm going to be underneath it, okay? And that's, I'm going to go back up to the next step. All right, so I did 1, 2, and 3. So now, sorry, I did 4 as well now. So 5, copy the text Avery University from the heading paragraph beginning, move this over now, beginning financial aid. So they want me to take Avery University from here, copy that. They said copy. So I'm going to Control C. Alternatively, you can just right click and copy, or you can use your copy up here on your ribbon. I don't want to make it bigger again, but this one here is your copy. All right, so that I already have it in my Control C. So then they said, let's see, at the top of the page, and then paste it in the blank paragraph after the financial aid workshop. So they want it pasted right here. So you click underneath financial aid workshops. I didn't make it be in the middle. It's just there. See, look, I'm clicking to the left. So you just click exactly, really anywhere, and it's going to be in the middle. That's where they want it. So then I'm going to do Control V. If you prefer, you can do, paste, right click, paste. Now, again, I want to look at this picture to verify that Avery University in red is under it, and it is. Okay, so that's done. Go back up. So that was 4. This is 5. All right, and then paste it. So that was a nice, easy, one little tiny thing to get all those points for. Of course, this is not graded, right? But I'm making the assumption I've done it. Okay, that was 5. 6, bold the date Monday, November the 8th in the paragraph that begins Monday, November the 8th. So they want me to make this here, Monday, November 8th, okay, bold, to use the same formatting as with other dates. Okay, yeah, see, this is bold. This other date is bold. So they want this in bold. So all I got to do is obviously click bold on it, and I can do it via the short click options here. The B for bold. Doesn't matter, but anyway, I've got Monday, November 8th in bold, and that's what they wanted me to have. Again, scroll down and look. So Monday, well then, okay, next they're going to have a bulleted list. So I'm not really done, but Monday, November the 8th is in bold. Tuesday, November 16th is in bold. Friday, November 19th is in bold. I only had to change Monday, November the 8th because that one was not, all right? All right, back up here. So let's see, I had done number 6. Now I'm creating a bulleted list beginning. So number 7, create a bulleted list beginning with the paragraph Monday, November 8th. So this one here, Monday, November 8th at ... at 7 p.m. All right, so this one here at 7 p.m. and ending with the paragraph individual meetings to 4 p.m. All right, so they want me to copy these 2 sentences basically, or those 2, those 2 lines. All right, so. And they want to turn this into a bulleted list. And again, if you don't know what it is or you don't understand, look at the picture all the time. See, that's what they want it to look like. So all they want is to see a filled in circle to the left of those words. And you do that Over here, of course, we're now in, and we want to go in and look for our paragraph here. And we want bulleted list, which is this. So let's do the down arrow. And which one do we want? Just look at the picture again. Well, I already looked, you'd already looked, but it's this filled in circle, this one. So I click there. And you see now it's the same stuff, but it's got two filled in circles. Go down one more time. And you see the same two filled in circles. All right. Okay, so that's number 7. Again, keep saving. So let's save again. All right. So that's number 7. How many do we have again? We have 15. So really, I'm already for sure at least 40%, assuming I got them right. But I mean, in terms of how much I've done, 7 out of 15. So let's see if I can do maybe half of 8, because that would make it just about perfect. There's not, so 8, that was only one thing. So I have to maybe just, if I do 8, for sure, I should be more than 50%. So add the words requesting the to the paragraph beginning the workshops present. So, okay, here's the workshops present. Where's that? To the paragraph beginning so that it reads, the workshop presents guidelines for requesting the. Okay, so right here, for requesting the. Well, gee whiz, that's a nice easy step. Okay. All right. So in my mind, I have done steps 1 through 8. Since there's only 15, 8 over 15 obviously implies more than 50%. Although some of the bottom ones may have 1 extra point than the top ones, but that's 1 point out of either 7, 8, 9, or 10. They're very small. All right. So that's it. So I'm going to, now this is the next important thing to note. So I'm going to minimize this now, the instructions. Okay. Make this big again. All right. So this is the file I just did. I'm going to hit the save again and again. Please, when you're done, ready to upload your file, shut it down. Shut it down. Now, you have to know where you shut it down to. In your case, you can just do them in your downloads if you want to. Doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go to this this class again, Summer 2022, Homestead. And I said I have it here. So you should verify what day and time it is. So right now on my clock, it's 4:56 and it's 5:11. So I'm looking for an _2 Word document, 5:11, 4:56. Well, it's 4:55, but that's when I saved it, right? Because it was a minute or so ago. I kept clicking save. So make sure that, and then that's the one we're going to upload. So I'm going to minimize that to remind me. Okay. Now here, I just want to upload my file. But let's say that you, before you did it, you forgot, you did something. Maybe your computer died or you just shut it down. So watch, I'll just shut down. Oh, shoot, I messed up. I don't want to do it again. No, you don't have to do it again. Don't worry. Open the project again. Open. It's going to go to the same stuff. Do you want, you got 3 submissions. You have 3 remaining because you haven't done it yet. Yeah. Hit start. It's going to say, no, but I do have to. No, you don't have to start again. You did the stuff here on the left. Okay. Now I'm uploading the file. So I'm going to, it says click to browse. Click. I'm clicking. Okay. Now, this is my Canvas training. You don't need that. So let's see if it's Homestead. Okay. Homestead class is in here. And it's the one with number 2. And then you click. So you select the one. Again, verify. 5:11, 4:55. Yours should say whichever day and time about that you did it. And make sure it ends in a 2. Okay. Then say open. All right. So now, save, the expected file name is this. That was always there. But when I clicked here to browse and hit it, this is where it's saved to. Same thing. Look again. SC _ WD19 _ 1A _ 1A _. My first last name _2. And they put the .docx again. Remember, we didn't do it. All right. And then now we submit it. Ta-da! It was done. Yes. So that fast, it's done. And look, it says 2 of 3 submissions remaining. So if I really messed up, I can do it again and again if need be. All right. I want to look at the report. Yes. So now it's downloading the report. I want to open the file. I don't need to save the file. I just want to open it. Oh, I got a 51. So maybe I made something wrong. I mean, I said it'd have to be 50, a little bit more based on 8. All right. See here, there's 6 points out of 6. Let me make this bigger. Okay. So not that big. Maybe that big for this. Okay, so the first one I got 6 out of 6. I'm not going to read it, but you can read it. You see the check mark and check mark, that means they're right. The second one, I got 6 out of 6. Remember, that one was just one little thing, but it's got a check mark. It's right. The picture, that was pretty hard because there were 3 things, all right? But they're right, so it's 6 out of 6. Fourth, really, I mean, it was sort of tricky, I guess, because it's some things that perhaps some of you don't know too much about. But anyway, there's 4 steps. It's 6 out of 6. The fifth one, now it's pretty darn easy. Copied Avery University, and then I pasted it underneath this other headline. Wow, I got 6 out of 6. And here, see, now they're going to 7 out of 7. Okay, because they wanted to end at 100 points, and 6 times 15 comes up to 90. That's not going to cut it. They have to add more. Okay. Anyway, so where was I? Yeah. So the number 6 is a 7 out of 7. Number 7 is a 7 out of 7, and number 8 is a 7 out of 7. 8 was so simple. 7 was so simple, right? And now you just have to do 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And they're just nice and easy too. It's all easy. It's all based on your training. So that is it. So, well, let me just say one quick thing in closing. It is it though. But let's say then you want to then redo this, okay? You don't have to redo the file. Look, I got the first 7 things right. So let's pretend this is you and you got the first 7 right. That you did it, you did it as you were watching my video. Okay. All right. So you got 7 right. You shut it down just like that. Oh, sorry. That was the report. I didn't want to shut that down. But so when I get the report, which is in my download still, so let's open it again. Oops. Downloads, I said. Downloads, this thing here. Oh, wait, that's instructions. The report, this one. Okay. So the report is in effect your instructions, but with the scores. Okay, so you got your instructions this way too. So all you got to do is then leave this one open. You don't need to enable editing unless you want to. Okay, let me see if they still show the picture on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, they do. Okay, so the picture's still on the bottom. So you could just then go to step 8. Okay, and which file? Well, remember, wherever you saved it. If you saved it to downloads, fine. In my case, remember, it's in my folder that I created for this year class, Homestead Classes for Summer 2022. Right here. So I open it again, and now I don't have to start with this, any of these things up here. I go to step 8, which is going to be doing whatever down here. So in other words, when you upload the file, you can reuse that same one from your computer, okay? And then just fix what's fixed. Let's say instead of having to do more steps, let me go back to the instructions. Let's say instead, maybe this one here, let's say I didn't put this Avery University in here. Let's say this is wrong. Okay, so number 5 was wrong. So what would I do? I have my, sorry for all this, I don't want to confuse you. So in my Word document, the original one that I submitted, which is this one, _2, okay? Let's say Avery University wasn't there. So like, let's just delete that, right? So delete, all right? I'm going to undo that actually, because that when I just undid that, it took away the space too. So let me just do it differently. I'll just delete one at a time this way, okay, but not anymore. Okay, so right there. Now, if I didn't do this or I did it wrong, see, then I just got to, again, go back up here and copy it, right? So control copy it again, and then control V it in again down here. Okay. And again, why is it? Okay, and then I hit delete. So that, okay, if I didn't do this or I did it wrong, then I can fix it, right? All the things you did wrong, you can fix and then upload it again. All righty? All right, so have a great day. I'll see you guys in class on Thursday the 12th. I'm not sure when I'm going to show this video, but anyway, I'm going to stop my recording. Have a great